Hey everyone, so let's compare the new iPhone 16e versus the regular 16. Let's talk about their differences here, their main differences. You guys let me know if I missed anything in the comments below. So starting off with the way they look, big thing you'll notice is you have the notch up top on the 16e versus the dynamic island on the regular 16. Flipping them to their sides, they both do have the action button. Flipping them to the other side though, the 16e is missing the camera button that we have on the regular 16. Both of them do, of course, have USB Type-C now. Flipping them to their backs, you see a big difference here as well. One camera versus two cameras, and we'll talk about the cameras a bit more in just a little bit. Then you can also tell there is a tiny bit of difference in actual size between the two phones as well. Not enough to really notice, but there is a tiny bit. Same thing with their weight. There's like a 1 to 2 gram difference in weight as well. Something that you're not really going to notice. Pricing wise, here in the US, I know every country is going to be a bit different. For an unlocked phone that you can buy directly from Apple, we are talking $600 for the 16e versus $830 for the 16. So in the US, at least, there is a decent amount of difference in pricing. I think the biggest thing with the pricing though was the old iPhone SE, which this is pretty much replacing in a way, was only $430. So big increase in price from the last generation SE. And let's talk about kind of the internals and the display here. So with both these phones, you have the A18 chip in them. It's just with the 16e, you are losing 1 core of GPU. So you have a 4-core GPU versus a 5-core GPU. Something that most people are probably not going to notice whatsoever unless you are into some heavy gaming or something like that. With the displays, you're talking about a 6.1-inch OLED display on both of these. But with the 16, it can go down to 1 nit and up to 2000 nits. Whereas with the 16e, it cannot get down to that 1 nit. It just can't. And then it only goes up to 1200 nits. So it does not get quite as bright and it cannot get as dim either. The 16 actually has a bit of a smaller battery. That's one way they improved on the 16e. It has a slightly bigger battery, and Apple says it is a slightly better battery life as well. Far as charging goes, you get a 20-watt wired charging, whereas with the 16, you actually get MagSafe charging up to 30 watts, which is pretty awesome. Whereas the 16e, there is no MagSafe charging whatsoever. It does have wireless charging at around 7 watts. So 16e definitely charges faster on MagSafe wireless charging, where again, 16e does not have MagSafe, just regular wireless charging at a way slower rate. For 5G, both of these of course do have 5G, but with the 16, you do get the ultra wide band of 5G if your area has it and if your carrier has it, whereas the 16e does not have the ultra wide band. Again, something most people will probably not even notice, but is something to mention. Going back to the cameras here, again, the 16e only has the one camera. It does not have the ultra wide camera on it. So that means a couple of different things here. It can only go down to 1x zoom, as you see there, whereas the 16 can go down to 0.5x zoom, which is of course the ultra wide. The 16 also has, the regular 16 also has a macro lens on it. The 16e does not have the macro lens. And both phones can go up to 10x zoom. So those are going to be the main differences. You guys let me know what I missed. Let me know what you think on these two phones. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.